The first message came at 11:47 p.m. "Hey, I miss you. Been thinking a lot lately." Her name glowed on my screen like a ghost I thought I'd already buried. I stared at the words, unread, yet already dissected. Every syllable, a calculation. Every pause, a performance. Outside, the town slept. A single streetlight hummed outside my window, the kind of silence that feels earned. I had just finished my shift at the plant, steel dust still clinging to my jacket, when her voice from another life tried to crawl back through the cracks. I didn't answer. The next message came 5 minutes later, then 10. By morning, there were 23 of them, all some variation of regret, nostalgia, and rewritten history. Funny how they always reach out after the math changes. She once said I was wasting my potential, that no one with ambition would live in a place with 1 diner, 2 stoplights, and a population small enough to memorize. I told her, I understand, and I did. But understanding doesn't mean forgiveness. When she left, it wasn't with anger, it was with boredom. That was worse. She wanted lights, noise, and audience. She said she didn't marry me to live among cornfields and power lines. She laughed when I mentioned the promotion. "Senior engineer at a power plant? That sounds thrilling," she said, dripping sarcasm. She didn't ask what the pay was. She didn't care. She already had someone waiting, someone creative, someone with vision. So I packed my things, signed the contract, and drove 400 miles to the middle of nowhere, alone. The house came cheap. The quiet came free. The first few weeks were hard, adjusting to silence after years of criticism. But silence, I realized, isn't loneliness, it's recovery. Then the first paycheck hit. $220,000 a year before overtime. Government contract, high clearance, dangerous work, but clean, honest. The kind of job no one brags about until they see the number. I never told her. I didn't need to. Her social media told me enough. Trips, parties, a new condo. Her new chapter. She looked radiant, filtered to perfection. But the background details were telling. The same necklace I'd given her still in every photo. The captions desperate for validation. Grateful, healing, manifesting. Words people use when pretending to be okay. I watched in silence. Not to gloat, just to confirm what I already knew. She hadn't found happiness. She'd found distraction. 3 months later, her posts slowed, then stopped. I received an email from a mutual friend. He left her. Apparently, money problems. I said nothing. By the time she reached out, I had built something real. The team respected me. The town knew my name. I had a life again. Quiet, efficient, unglamorous, but mine. So when her first "I miss you" appeared, it wasn't nostalgia, it was strategy. She'd learned about the job from a friend of a friend. The salary, the benefits, the house I'd bought in cash. Suddenly, small towns didn't seem so boring. 2 weeks after her first message, she showed up. Same perfume, same practiced smile. Different eyes, tired, searching. She looked around my home like she was inspecting something she thought she owned. "This is nice," she said softly. "I didn't realize your job was so good." I nodded. "You didn't ask." Silence. She tried to laugh it off, the way she always did when her plans backfired. "We were just young, you know. I made mistakes." I poured her a glass of water. Not wine. She noticed. "Maybe we could start over," she said finally. "I miss what we had." I met her eyes. What we had was conditional. You left when the conditions changed. Her face cracked, just slightly. The first tremor of reality breaking through delusion. She tried again. "I didn't mean to." "You meant to," I interrupted. "You just didn't expect the consequences." That was the difference between us. She acted on impulse. I acted on patience. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't gloat. I just told the truth. "I'm not the same man you left," I said. "You wanted ambition, you got spectacle. You wanted stability, you called it boring. You wanted control, you mistook kindness for weakness." She started to cry, not out of love, out of recognition. I handed her the glass of water. "You should go before it gets dark. The roads out here are easy to get lost on." She lingered, hoping for a flicker of emotion. There was none. When the door closed, I heard her car idle too long in the driveway, like she couldn't quite accept that the scene was over. But it was, for good. Now, when I drive home at dusk, I pass the edge of town where the power lines cut across the sky. People call them ugly. I call them honest, strong, visible, necessary. The plant hums in the distance, steady as a heartbeat. It doesn't care who doubts it. It just works, produces, endures, like me. Her last message came a month later. "I wish I'd waited." I didn't reply. Some lessons only sting if you let silence finish them. I used to think revenge needed action. It doesn't. Sometimes the quiet truth does all the work. I didn't win her back. I didn't need to. I just became everything she said I'd never be. And when you stop needing to be understood, that's when you finally are.